Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Mercedes-Benz of Cutler Bay for giving me time with the 2022 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. If you're in the market for a Mercedes, you can come check out Mercedes-Benz and ask for Lewis. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the S-Class here. This is a new generation of S-Class. As you guys can see, I love the exterior styling. It looks more elegant to me compared to the previous generation. Looking at these headlights here, they're full LED with an automatic low and high beam. They're actually adaptive and they swivel. There's an LED turn signal with an LED daytime running light. There's also front parking sensors. There's some chrome trim here at the lower part of the fascia, and there's this large chrome grille here with the horizontal slats there. And this area here is for the driver's assistance, and there's also a front-facing camera here at the lower part of the panel there. There's the three-pointer Mercedes emblem here to signify that you drive something extremely special. But I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about this new generation of S-Class. I think it looks very elegant with the exterior styling. But looking at the side profile, this has a wheelbase of 126.6 inches with an overall length of 208.2. So if you guys want more length, you have to look at the Mercedes-Benz Maybach if you guys want that. But looking at these tires and wheels here, these are a 255/45 tire here. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of this multi-spoke design, but the rotors are cross-drilled and ventilated. This also has the Mercedes-Benz brake calipers, and I also wish Mercedes would have painted them a red color. I'm not sure if Mercedes gives you the option to paint them red or not. And looking at the lower part of the rocker panel, there's also some chrome trim here, and this vehicle will raise up around 3.2 inches if it senses that there's a crash going to happen, so that energy can be absorbed by the actual rocker panels. There's this LED sight marker here on the mirror cap, and it's also painted white as well. And above me, my model does have this painted panoramic sunroof here. It looks really good with the white exterior color. And as you guys can see here, the door handles are actually pushed inside the actual door. But making our way to the rear here of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, looking at these taillights here, they're full LED, and it reminds me a little Empire State Buildings, as you guys can see there. I actually like that design element. I'm not sure if that's what Mercedes was going for, but it does look really nice here. Like I mentioned, they're full LED, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. This does have that inline 6 underneath the hood because this is the S500. If you guys go for the V8, it's a S580. There's a three-pointer Mercedes emblem there. Also with the 4MATIC, which does come standard. There's some chrome trim here that cuts between the taillight modules. And looking down here, Mercedes does throw in dual tip exhaust with rear parking sensors. And the rear diffuser does look semi-aggressive here. And there's LED lights for the tag. But to open up the cargo back here, Mercedes puts a trunk release button here. This does have a power opening trunk. As you guys can see, there's my camera bag here. And I think Mercedes says you get around 17 or 19 cubic feet of space. And underneath here, they do give you some really deep underfloor storage. There's also this cargo net off to the side, and it does reveal a 12 volt. And unfortunately, the seats do not fold down in a 60/40 manner. It's only a pass-through. But overall, let's hop into the interior of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Sitting inside the interior of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, looking at this interior here, my model does have this red interior. It looks really good with the white exterior color. There's also real metal, real wood, and real aluminum trim throughout this cabin here. This is a 12.8-inch OLED screen here. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as wireless. And this is a 12.3-inch digital display here. You can customize that. We'll talk about the two screens in a moment. Reaching over here to shut the door of the S-Class. You can also slam it, or you can let the vehicle close the door by itself because it does have the soft close door function, which is really nice. But to start up the S-Class here, just put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button right here. And once you do that, the vehicle will start up. And my model also has that inline 6, so it is paired with that EQ boost, which is that 48 mile hybrid system. So the vehicle will start up and you're ready to go. But looking here at the door panel materials here, there's real leather here with also some really nice stitching. The ambient lighting in this car is just super crazy. As you guys can see, it's very bright outside, and you can still see the ambient lighting compared to the previous S-Class that Mercedes offered, which still had really nice ambient lighting, but you really couldn't see it through the broad daylight. There's also the mirror controls here that you can basically close. Once you press this panel here, the mirrors will close in and out. And to unfold them, just press that button again. The headlight controls is right here. Like I mentioned from my previous review, this is the first production car that I've seen with the headlight controls on the actual door panel. There's some gloss black trim here. I love the diamond quilted stitching here. There's your lock controls here with this real metal door handle here. You can also adjust the seating control here but you have to put some pressure in order to move it. This is the touch sensitive area here. There's also 3-person memory seats here with 3-level heated and cooled seats. You can adjust the passenger seat just in case they were to leave the cool seats on. You can turn it off once you click this button here. This is a power tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer a good amount of range and adjustability. There's also paddle shifters here with the turn signal stock, the automatic high beam switch. This is how you put the vehicle into reverse, neutral, drive, and park. Just switch up once you have your foot on the brake. It does reveal the backup camera. Really good resolution here from this backup camera. Mercedes knows how to do a really good backup camera. As you guys can see, the technology that the new S-Class has is just super impressive. It reminds me of an Audi. It reminds me of an Audi. As you guys can see, really good camera quality. You can adjust and look around this vehicle. There's a front-facing camera. Click it again. It does show a top-down 360 view there. You can also look at the backup camera. It does have trajectory with distance markers. Really good camera quality. Like I mentioned, as you guys can see, this does have that 3-pointer Mercedes ornament on top of the hood. That lets you know that you're driving something extremely special. And looking here, this does have a suede Alcantara headliner. Even the grab handle here is stitched in actual leather with some chrome-like trim. And above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof to let light into the cabin. This does look really nice, especially with this red interior. The seats in here, they do feel very comfortable and very supportive, and they look very aggressive. And this also has this head pillow here that you can adjust to your liking. But some people might remove them, but me personally, I like the way that they feel. They're very plush and very comfortable. But to put the vehicle into park, just press this button in, and there's the automatic start-stop function underneath the push button start. Like I mentioned, this is a 12.3-inch OLED screen. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you guys can see, the touch response is just super responsive here. Going here to Google Maps, it does take up the complete screen, of course. And this does have dual climate control. There's also 3-level heated and cool seats, like I mentioned. Looking down here, this is for your drive mode selector, which shows you Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. So you can adjust the drive mode selector to your liking. You can also access the cameras via this button here. There's some more shortcut buttons down here. And this is how you turn up the radio if you would like. You have to rub your finger against this panel here. Most people have to get used to that. And you can close this if you would like. And it does leave fingerprints, as you guys can see right here. It is gloss black trim, but you're constantly going to be wiping this down if you have OCD. And there's a little bit of storage behind the actual infotainment system. I love this tablet style design that Mercedes offers here. But open this up, it does reveal my iPhone 12 Pro Max. It is charging right now. Like I mentioned, this is the only Mercedes-Benz that you can get that does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. If you guys want that feature, you have to pay nearly 6 figures in order to get it. Looking at the key fob here, it does look very alien-like or UFO-like, but I do like the key fob. The key fob is growing on me. I like the way that it looks. It does feel nice to hold in my hands. There's 2 USB-Cs right here. That's another area here to probably put your phone if you're not charging it. There's real wood trim here on the actual dashboard, real nice leather. There's the 4 air vents here, which blow out really good cold air. There's this frameless mirror here, and above there's more of that beautiful ambient lighting here, as you guys can see. The lighting throughout the cabin is going to be a full LED. You can open and close the shade by resting your finger here. You can also open up this panoramic sunroof here as well. The rear glass does not open, it's just a fixed glass, and you can also close the shade to your liking. But open up the glove compartment here, it does reveal a large storage. It's also lined with felt in there. But looking at the center console here, is a double opening hinge center console. It is also lined with felt. There's also 2 USB ports in there. This area does feel really nice to rest your elbows and whatnot. Nice stitching. But overall, I'm super impressed with this cabin. I'm loving this red interior and also the technology that Mercedes offers here on the new S-Class. Getting into the back seat here, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Open up the door here. The door opens at a really good angle, and like I mentioned, my model does have this red interior. I did review some other S-Classes that had a black interior and also a brown interior, but I think the red is my favorite interior so far with this white exterior color. But looking down here, Mercedes-Benz says you get around 43.8 inches of legroom in the back seat of the S-Class. As you guys can see, you also have plenty of foot space underneath the driver's seat. This is where I have the seat to drive. There is 2 mat pockets back here for storage. There's more of that real trim with the aluminum trim, also with that beautiful ambient lighting here in the actual seat backs. There is 2 air vents back here. There's also a little bit of storage here. Pressing this area here, it does reveal 2 more Type-C ports, also with a household outlet. And there's this large hump here. It does intrude into the middle passenger seating if you guys want to sit someone here. Me personally, I would consider this a 4-person seater instead of a 5-person seater. But to shut the door of the S-Class here, either you can slam the door or you can let the vehicle basically close it by itself with that soft close door function. As you guys can see, I have all the windows covered up with the sunshades. You can let that down via these controls here by pressing it. You can also open up this panoramic sunroof shade here via these buttons here, which is really nice. As you guys can see, the cabin did get more bright back here, which is super impressive. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal some storage here. Open up this, it reveals more storage with 2 more Type-C ports in there. My model is missing their rear seat entertainment package. I did have an S-Class with a rear seat entertainment package, so if you guys want to look at how the screens work and whatnot, you have to check out that review. And you will get a little tablet here instead of touching the actual screens. And you can slide the seat all the way forward if you're like. Of course, there's a sensor in the seat, so if someone's sitting there, the seat would not move forward, of course, because there's a sensor. There's more of that beautiful bright ambient lighting back here, which looks really nice. You also get the headrest pillows here as well. You can adjust them if you like, or you can remove them if you don't like the headrest pillows. Pulling this area down here, it does reveal a pass-through that you can access the actual trunk, because the seats do not fold down in a 60-40 manner. But overall, I'm very impressed with the back seat here of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. It does feel as spacious as the front seats. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Mercedes will offer this with 2 different powertrains. Let's talk about the V8 powertrain. That's a 4-liter V8, which makes 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. That is paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission built by Mercedes-Benz. But if you guys don't want that V8 powertrain, Mercedes will happily sell you this 3-liter inline 6, which makes 429 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque around 1800 RPM. This also has that 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy for the 6-cylinder here is rated at 21 in the city, 30 on the highway, and 24 combined. So starting off in the 2022 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, my model does have that 3-liter inline 6, which makes 429 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque around 1800 RPM. So the torque is very low and very rich. This also has that EQ boost, so it basically eliminates these starter belts and whatnot. So really good when it comes to the automatic start-stop function. But it does get up to speed really quickly here, and it's very smooth. Also, you can get a V8 if you would like, which would make 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. That's also built with that 9-speed automatic transmission by Mercedes-Benz. So if I were to pull the paddles here, this is 3rd gear, 2nd gear. Ooh. But the inline 6 here is just buttery smooth. I like the way this powertrain delivers the power. Like I mentioned, it makes around 384 pound-feet of torque, around 1800 RPM. And the ride quality of the S-Class is just super plush, super comfortable. Me personally, they just paved this road and it feels like I'm floating on a cloud, because the suspension of this car is just super buttery. And also, if this car senses there's an accident, it will raise up around 3.2 inches. So the rocker panel will absorb the energy from the crash, which is really good technology. I think Audi offers something similar to that. So it's really good that Mercedes does offer that to keep up with its competitors. And this is a new generation of S-Class. As you guys, like I went over the outside scene, the exterior styling is completely different. The cabin is just out of this world. This thing is very tech rich, and I actually like that. You get this 12.8-inch OLED screen here. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. So if you guys don't want to connect it through the USB cable, you can use the wireless function if you would like. You also get this 12.3-inch display here. You can customize it to your liking. And overall, this thing just drives really good. You also have blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist. This thing will also change lanes for you as well once you set the cruise control. This also has forward collision warning, so really good driver's assistance here. And this cabin is just extremely quiet. There's a loud truck behind me, and I can hear it just a little bit, but Mercedes did some really good sound deadening materials here in the new S-Class. The materials in here are out of this world. There's real metal trim, also with real wood trim. There's suede Alcantara, real leather, and this red interior is one of my favorites. I think I reviewed the black one, the brown interior as well. I think the red is a really good seller for me. I just don't like one thing about this car. I don't like the wheels. I think the rim design could have just look a little bit better. This does have the AMG package here on this particular S-Class that I'm driving here. But let's put this S-Class into sport mode here, sport plus mode. You have to swipe your finger over here once I come to a stop. Sport plus mode, I'm gonna put my foot on the brake and accelerator. Ooh. Whoa, that thing picks up power really quick. And like I mentioned, this does have that EQ boost, so it's like they use that 48 mount hybrid system, so it eliminates the starter belts and whatnot, so the start stop is more smoother. And honestly, that electric motor does help out with the acceleration of this car. There's no lag once I build up the boost here for this 3-liter inline 6. It's just really smooth how good this powertrain is. Let's do another run, but I'm not gonna brake boost it. Let's see if it has any lag if I don't do that. Oh, a little bit of lag. And it's just really good. If I were to use the paddles here, still impressive with the paddles. So if you guys are looking for an everyday car that said that you made it in life, the S-Class is still going to represent that you bought something extremely special. Starting price here for the Mercedes-Benz S-Class S500 is at $111,100 with the options and accessories, including destination. The S500 here stickers for $128,935. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next review.